Hello, my name's Sally Wilds. I've been with Josh at the Orchard Practice for around 5 years, I would think. I got in contact with the Orchard Practice as I needed to speak to someone about my pensions. So I was actually recommended him by my accountant. I was thinking about retiring and I found out that I had 2 or 3 pensions that I didn't really know what to do with. So I thought that I needed to speak to a financial advisor about it, and Josh is obviously a pension specialist, so he was the perfect one to talk to. I'd spoken to my accountant and he specifically recommended Josh at the Orchard Practice to speak to about my pension queries. I did actually Google him and got some reviews and did look, and they seemed very positive. So I thought, well, I'll go and meet him, and if it works and I get on with him and I think he can help me, then he's the guy for me. And yes, he was. When I'm at the meetings with Josh in his office, or because we've done some Zoom calls, he makes me feel as I can trust him. He's also quite funny, so any nerves you have, they just go away because he just makes you feel as though, it's just an old friend that you're talking to. So I feel that I can trust him, which to me is huge. I was a little bit worried because I wasn't too sure what I could do, if I could afford to retire. Was my pension big enough? But after being with Josh and him explaining the pension that I did have and all the options that I could have, it's just made me feel much better about my future. And I actually have now retired 2 years ago. I was not very confident about my financial future until I've spoken to Josh at the Orchard Practice, and he's made me realise that actually I'm going to be fine. The words I'd use to describe Josh and the Orchard Practice are friendliness, is always available, I trust him, and he's made me feel very hopeful about the future. One of the best things about working with Josh at the Orchard Practice is that he's made me feel much more positive about my financial future, and I know now that I can go on holidays and do what I want to do. So he's made me feel, instead of being concerned about the future, I feel much more confident about it. Some of the best advice that Josh has given me is just to enjoy life, trust in him, and when he says that I'm going to have a comfortable retirement and a comfortable future financially, just to enjoy it. I would definitely recommend Josh and the other advisors at the Orchard Practice because I trust them, and to me that's huge.